Hi, this is my adaptation of I Love You the Purposeless by Barbara Jews. Mom and her boys were just finished eating at the cabin and they wanted to go fishing. And the boys ran outside and they dug some worms for the fish. And they dug and they dug and they both got a big handful. And they both asked Mom, who's got the most? And Mom just sweetly smiled and said, well, Max, you've got the liveliest worms. And Julian, you've got the fattest ones. They just both smiled, and Mom and them went and jumped in the boat, and they rowed and rowed and rowed out into the lake. And they said, Mom, who was the best rower? And Mom just smiled and said, well, Max, you rowed the deepest. And Julian, you rowed the fastest. So they smiled again, and they started fishing. They fished until they couldn't see anymore. And Max exclaimed, I'm the best fisherman. I caught 3. Julian his head was down, and he caught 1 fish. And Mom said, well, Max, that's awesome. You did a great job fishing. But Julian, you did a great job as well, catching that 1 big fish out of the weeds, waiting just for it to jump on your hook and catching it. So Julian sat up a little taller. And so they went home and they showered and they got in bed. And Mom was tucking Max in the top bunk. And Max whispers in her ear, Mom, who do you love the most? And Mom just looked at Max and smiled sweetly and said, Max, I love you the bluest. I love you like the ocean. I love you like the dragonfly's wings. And he just sighed a happy sigh. And she went to the bottom bunk and said, Julian? Night, night, Julian whispered in her ear and said, Mom, who do you love the most? And she just looked at Julian sweetly and smiled and said, Julian, I love you the reddest. I love you like the campfire, like the sunset. And Julian just got a big belly laugh and giggled and was happy, and they both drifted off to sleep, and Mom went in the other room and went off to sleep as well, content and happy that her 2 most favorite and wonderful things were in the next room, happy to be loved.